Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we are going to see a recent Deloitte question. Okay, so it's a simple one, and if you have practiced normalize very much, like you could have solved it by now. Okay, so if you have missed yesterday's live session, I'll just ping the link above. So please go through that. I would have told my approach in that video. Okay, so please go through that video. I'll just attach the link above. Okay, so coming to this use case, we have one input record 1 2 3 4, and then we have to convert that into 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this is a latest one, and easily you can solve it with using normalize. Okay, so it's this question is for 3 plus. Okay, so if you are junior or senior, doesn't matter, you will get this question. Okay, so it's a simple one. Okay, see, normally what happens is that expectation would be the numerical and string manipulations. Okay, so that you know based on these, many questions will be coming to you. Okay, so in the interview, so you have to be strong in this one. If you are having a string manipulation, then you should know everything about string function. Okay, substring, and then string concat, okay, string lpad, everything. Okay, so coming to this use case, we have the concepts would be how to use normalize here. See, before going to normalize, if you have watched yesterday video, live video, you would have I would have showed you my approach. Okay, so whenever you see a use case like this, you have to within 10 seconds, you have to imagine for which component will be used for this use case. Okay, so for this use case, we can see one record is getting changed into multiple records. Okay, so it's kind of one to many. So one to many. Okay, so we will go for normalize in this one. Okay, so you have to practice multiple use case, so that it will be you can it will strike okay, and your mind. Okay, within 10 seconds it will strike you. Okay, so we'll solve this one. So the compound name is normalize. Okay, so we are, and here I'll build the logic here. Okay, so my logic would be for in the normalize, I will take this length. Okay, so I have length of 4, and when the index, when the when the core function runs, based on the index, I will print first position, and then for the second record I will paste first 2 position, and then for the third record I'll paste first 3. Okay, so that's the interview logic. So finding first one, finding the length. Okay, length of the data. Okay, so that's the first one, and then second one would be based on that length, you will take this portion. Okay, so that's nothing but substring calculate. So this is so here we will be writing logic. Okay, so if you're good at writing the logic, you would have written by now. Okay, so it's the easy one, easy string substring. Okay, so we will write this. Okay, in your normalize component, open the transform. Okay, so here we will write the code. So length. Okay, and then begin, and then here out. Okay, so here what I doing is that length of in dot data. So this one will give me 4. Okay, 1 2 3 4, right? So 4, and then I'll just end. Also, length function is over. So in the length, we are just calculating the total length. For total length for 1 2 3 4 is 4, and then for the normalize. Okay, out dot now for the normalize. Okay, in comma index. Okay, so we are passing 2 values. Input is coming, and then output is index is coming. Okay, so both in and index will be coming. So index value starts with 0 and then goes up to 3. Okay, so based on this index, we have to select the values. Okay, we have to select first position, second position, third position, like that. Okay, so let's see how we are going to do it. It's kind of only single code. Okay, see, basically for this you have to understand the string substring. Okay, so string substring. So if you go and check, it's nothing but let's say hello. Okay, and then position here, and then length here. Okay, so that means if I want to say if I want to track, okay, if I want to track LO, okay, if I want to get LO, then how will I write the code? I will just write position would be 1 2 3 4 4. Length would be up to like full length. Okay, so here we have total length of total length of this data. Okay, so length you can say string length of hello. Okay, so that will give you starting from 4th, it will cover everything. Okay, otherwise you can put 2 also, you can not code also. Okay, so this is like this, you can take yellow, you can print yellow. Okay, so you have to understand how to use string substring. Okay, so for this use case, so here in this use case, for this one, for every index run. Okay, for example, when the index is 0, so that means our code should be generate. Okay, so out dot data string substring. Okay, so in dot data, so that is like 1 2 3 4, and then where am I starting? See, for all these output records, if you see, for all these output records, the starting position is the first one. Okay, that remains constant. See, 1 1 1 1. So what is changing here? What is changing here is, thus the length. Okay, see, for the first one, length is, we are going to the first length. Okay, and for the second row we are taking this 2 lengths, and for the third row we are taking 3 lengths. Okay, and for the fourth we are going up to full string. Okay, fourth length. Okay, so our index should be, for the first one, index should be 1. Okay, so how will we do that? We will do that by incrementing 1. Okay, so position is 1 constant. Okay, and then index plus 1. Okay, so this one, okay, this one tells, okay, so 1 2 3 4, that is your string. I'm starting at the position 1, my index is 0 plus 1, so this one will turn out to be 1. So that means 1 comma 1, so position 1, length 1. Okay, so for the second iteration, now first, so your output will be first. Okay, for your second iteration, when your uh, index is 1. Okay, so length is 4, so based on the length you have index 0 1 2 3, right? So second index, okay, so 1, for the index 1, what will happen here? 1 plus 1. Okay, so this one will be no index 1, right? This one will be turn out to be 2. Okay, so it will start from first position, it will go up to 1 2. Okay, so second output will be 1 2. Okay, similarly for the second one. Okay, for the second index. Okay, so for the second index you will have 2, index 2 plus 1. Okay, according to this formula. Okay, so this formula is the main logic here. Okay, so you have to write this entire code in the chat. Okay, so when the recruiter asks you, you have to type this in the chat. Okay, so this one implies first question, and then this one turn out to be 3 up to third length. Okay, so this one. Okay, so 1 2 3, 1 2 3 is getting calculated, and then for the final index, if you see final index 3. Okay, so this one, so 3, right? So 3 plus index, so index, no, when the index is 3, 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1, so that will be 4. Okay, so that will be 4, and then it will start from 1 to 4. Okay, so that's it for for all the iteration. Okay, so we have got the specified output. Okay, so this is the output, beside output. Okay, so so this is a single line. Okay, so I think I missed this use case. Okay, it's a famous use case, asked repeatedly in the Deloitte. Okay, so when you appear to Deloitte question interview, okay, so they will be asking this question. Okay, so already they have repeated this question twice in this year. Okay, in this current year, no, back in when Deloitte, was hiring back then in July. Okay, so when they started hiring in July, August. Okay, so 2025 they were hiring back to back. Okay, for the senior application developer, for the experience of I think 6 to 9. Okay, so during that time, okay, so they asked these multiple use cases. Okay, so be thorough with that one, especially if you are senior, you should be cracking this. Okay, if you are a 6 plus, or if you are a you know if you are, say, if you are a like no if you are in 10 plus or whatever. Okay, you should crack this question. Okay, even if you are junior, this is a simple question, okay, to solve. Okay, so make sure you solve this in GD. Okay, so this is a code, entire code. Okay, so uh, I'll just come up with another use case. Okay, so from tomorrow, okay, from Monday. So happy weekend, and Hope you find this video useful. Okay, so I'll just see you guys in another video. Until then, tata, bye bye.